Hey, mathematicians! Your friend, Camille, asked for help on some 3 by 2 multiplication. So if you need help with it, make sure you thank Camille for suggesting this video. A very good suggestion, I might add, Camille. Okay, so let's get right into it. 3 by 2 multiplication is a great time to use the partial product strategy. Okay, so this video, I'm going to use the partial product strategy to solve a 3-digit by a 2-digit multiplication problem. Okay, so I am going to write out what I'm solving on the side here. So I'm going to start with this 4 and 8. Now these digits are in the ones place, so I'm going to actually do 4 times 8. Okay, so 4 times 8. Let me switch colors midstream here. That's going to give me 32. All right. Then here, I'm going to stay with this 4. I'm going to do 4 times this 7. But please remember that this is the tens place, right? So that's not just a 7, that's a 7D. So I'll do 7D times 4. 7 times 4, 28, but don't forget that 0, so it's actually 280. Alright, so next one. Let's do this 6 times the 4, but remember, that's in the hundreds place. I'll just put an H. So it's not just 6, it's 600 times 4. And once again, it's a 600 because that's in the hundreds place. 6 times 4, 24. But remember, those zeros, the placeholders. So 6 times 4 is 24. But if I write the 24 in the hundreds place, it's going to end up in the thousands, 2,400. Better way to say it, maybe there's 2 zeros there, so that would be 2,400. All right, so now let's go to this 3. But remember, that's in the tens place, so I'm not going to multiply by 3. I'm going to multiply by 30. All right, so now I have 8 times 30. 8 times 3, 24 with that 0. Times that 7, but that's in the tens place, so it's going to be 70 times 30. 21 with 2 zeros. And then the 3 times the 6. But please remember that 6 is in the hundreds place. 600 times 30. So that'd be 18 with 2 zeros. Oh, times 30. My 30 got cut off. So there's actually 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. We're going to just pretend that you did not see that. All right, so 600 times 30 should be 18,000. Now, they don't want to know what those individual multiplication problems are. They want to know the total of everything. So let's go ahead and add. So 2, 8, 3 plus 8, 11, 15. 15, 3, 7, 9, 10, 3, 5, 5 plus 8, 13, and 2. All right. So that was a lot. So let's make sure with my handy-dandy calculator that we are on the right track. So 678 times 34 will equal 23,052. All right. One common mistake, make sure that you multiply this number by all of the top numbers, and then you multiply the tens place by all of the top numbers. You'll never multiply digits in the same number with each other like that. Okay. I'm going to give myself probably like a B- on that one. This one, I'm going to do a much better job of explaining as I go. Let's switch colors ahead of time. if you would like, you could pause the video now, try it on your own, and then play it when you're ready to see if our answers will match. All right, so partial product here. 6 times 5. These are both in the ones place, so we're okay here. 6 times 5 is 30. Next, I have this 7, but remember that's not just a 7, that's in the tens place, so I'll make it 70 times 5. 7 times 5, 35, but there's that 0 here, the placeholder, so that would be 350. 8 in the hundreds place, so that's 8 hundredths times 5. 8 times 5, 40, which has a 0, so don't let that fool you. So now we're looking at 40 with 2 zeros. I'm getting the 2 zeros from right here, the placeholders. And then 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40. Now we're going to use this 4, but remember, it's not a 4, it's in the tens place. So it's a 40, so I'm going to do 6 times 40. 6 times 4, 24, with that 0. If you have grid paper at home, you might want to use it. As you can tell, there's a lot of numbers going on. You have to keep all the place values lined up. All right, so then let's do 70 times 40. $28 with 2 zeros. And then this is not an 8. Remember, it's in the hundreds place. Come back to me. So it's 800 times 40. Okay, so 8 times 4, 32, and then 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 zeros. And 8 times 4 is 32. When you get to the addition part, you'll understand why it's so important to keep everything lined up. 0, 3 plus 5, 8, 12, 8 plus 4 is 12. Regroup. 4, 6, 14. Regroup. 5, 7, 9, and 3 plus nothing. I think I can handle that. So we are looking at 39,420. Well, let's check the handy dandy calculator. We're 876 times 45 should equal, I'm on a roll, 2 for 2, 39,420. All right, so at this point, you've seen me do 2. So everybody, if you're watching this video, go ahead and pause here and try this on your own, and then you could watch it once you've solved it. Okay. Last chance to pause because I'm going for it. All right, so here's 4 times 6, both in the ones place, 24. 10, why is it a 10? Because it's a 1 in the tens place. Here's a 10 times 6. 60. That 3 should be a 300 because it's in the hundreds place times 6. So that's 18. 3 times 6 is 18 with 2 zeros. 0, 0, and then 18. Now I'm going to go to this 2, but remember, it's not a 2. It's a 20 because it's in the tens place. So there's the 20 times this single digit, the 4, which is in the ones, 80. $20 times 10, because that 1, remember, is in the tens place. 2 zeros, 200. 2, oh, I said 2. If you're still watching, I'm impressed. Hopefully you caught it. That's a 20. 20 times 300. So that's a 6. 1, 2, 3 zeros. Quick note on the zeros. So this 3 is in the hundreds place. So I'm really doing, when I say count the zeros, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just what's called a placeholder. So that's going to push you over to the thousands place. Okay, so long story short, please watch your zeros. All right, very good. Addition time, 4. Pretty easy column. 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. 2 plus 6, 8. So according to me, this should be 8,164. Let's try it out. 8,000. Oh, let's do it that way. So I'm going to check it with division. 8,164 divided by 26 should equal the 314. Booyah! 314. So 314 times 26 should equal 8,164, and it does. I'm about out of time on this video, so just a couple of takeaways. This all makes sense if you remember place values, that this is the ones place, this is the tens, and that this is the hundreds. I've shown all the problems I've solved over here on the right. So some are single digits because they're in the ones place, right? This 1 is actually a 10 because it's in the tens place, and so on. So please remember to keep everything lined up. That's crucial. And also, please remember place value. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to try that quiz and see how you do. Have a good day.